I wrote for McGraw-Hill came out in 2012, and it was called The Collaborative Organization. That book was all about how to figure out which of these different types of technologies we should be using and how we should be using them and what they look like. And today there are many different types of platforms that are out there. Whether you're looking at something like a Slack, or whether you're looking like a Facebook for the workplace, or Skype, or Zoom for video conferencing, we are surrounded by all sorts of really cool and amazing technologies that make it easy for us to communicate and collaborate with employees anywhere in the world and at any time. A study by McKinsey actually found that 80% of organizations are using these different types of social or emerging collaboration tools for their employees to be able to stay connected and collaborate. And this is a huge increase, which was up from 69% just a couple years ago in 2014. Organizations like Jet.com, which was acquired by Walmart, use tools like Slack to allow their employees in 6 different offices to stay connected and to collaborate on various projects that they're working on. And it's pretty convenient because when you use these types of tools, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what time zone you're in, it's very easy to have all these employees stay on the same page. Starbucks uses Workplace by Facebook to allow all their store managers to stay connected. And they host open forums for their store managers to collaborate with each other and to share ideas. And it's proven to be a very effective tool for managers all over the place to communicate and to collaborate with one another. One manager actually used Workplace by Facebook to post that a lot of people were coming in ordering drinks, dozens of these drinks that they found on Instagram, but they weren't a part of the official Starbucks menu. And slowly, 40 managers at other Starbucks locations chimed in reporting the same thing. And what this allowed Starbucks as an organization to do is to quickly step in and to understand that there was an opportunity there. So within a day, Starbucks was able to create a standardized recipe for this drink and to put it up on all the different Starbucks menus. Without having these types of collaboration tools in place, stuff like this might take weeks or months, sending an email to somebody and then waiting to get a reply back and seeing who else is seeing similar things. This type of stuff just takes forever. But with this rapidly changing world of work that we're all a part of, things move quickly. And so it's important for us to be able to use these technologies to collaborate quickly and efficiently so that we can make better decisions. There are quite a few benefits to why we should be using collaboration tools and why you as an individual, as an employee at your company, should be using these types of technologies as well. For starters, it makes it very easy to keep things organized. You can assign tasks, you can keep threaded conversations in places, you can easily search for information. It just keeps everything nice and compact and clean and organized, which means that you can be more productive and efficient instead of constantly sharing and looking for things that you need to get your job done. Another benefit is that it's super easy to work across geographies and time zones. I have a remote team that I work with, there's 10 of us, and if I'm going to sleep, I can put something up in our collaboration platform. Somebody else in another time zone around the world can see it, and when they wake up, they can get to work on it, send it back to me, and we can collaborate quickly and effectively all on one place. So it makes it very easy for employees to stay aligned and for teams that are widely distributed across different geographies to stay connected and work on the same thing, moving in the same direction. I also find that these collaboration tools do a good job of breaking down silos. Oftentimes you have teams or departments that don't talk to each other, that don't communicate or collaborate with one another, but by having these tools which are deployed and widely used across the organization, you all of a sudden find that employees from different teams and departments start sharing information and communicating and collaborating with one another, which leads to innovation, to different ideas, solving problems, overcoming challenges, all that sort of stuff. So it's a huge benefit. But I totally get it. As individuals, sometimes we don't want to use a new technology. And we talked about this in a previous video on being friends with technology. So if you need a refresher, you can go back and check that video out as well. But sometimes we have our own processes, we have our own ways of doing things, and we really don't want to be bothered by using any type of new technology. So I completely understand that perspective and that point of view, but it's something that you are going to have to get over. There are a couple things that you can start doing. The first is make these collaboration tools a part of your daily routine. So one simple habit that you can use, for example, if your company is using something like a Slack or a Workplace by Facebook, you can do something known as narrating your work, which basically just means that you can post or share a couple pieces of information throughout the course of the day on things that you're working on. And other people might chime in and give you some feedback and ideas and suggestions, but it's also really important just for you to get into that habit of being able to share and use this technology as a part of your day. So maybe after you get into work around 8 or 9 o'clock, you grab your coffee, check a couple emails, put up a couple sentences around what you're working on for the day or what your goals might be for the day. See what kind of feedback and response you receive from other people around you, and make this a regular part of your day, something that you do on an ongoing basis whenever you show up to work. The second thing that you might want to consider is using the right tool for the job. Sometimes you might want to have a video call with somebody where you can look at a face, a human face, and actually engage in some sort of a meaningful dialogue and discussion with that person. Or sometimes maybe it's okay to just post a message in a Slack channel or on a group inside of the Workplace by Facebook platform. So keep in mind that you want to make sure you're using the right tool for the job as well. Another tip for you to use is to set some kind of ground rules or standards for how you are going to be using the different types of technologies. So for example, on my team, we use Asana for task management. And prior to that, we had different tools. We were using email, we had Skype, and stuff was all over the place because there was no standard way for us to organize things. But now we all agree that we're going to use Asana to keep track of projects that we're working on, to assign tasks for each other. And by having that kind of common standard expectation, that procedure or policy in place, it makes it very easy for all of us to stay on the same page, right? So make sure that you have those kind of standard procedures or expectations for how these different types of technologies are going to be used. And that will help make sure that you don't have chaos just roaming around with different tools and platforms everywhere. Remember, as an employee, you can also get training on different types of collaboration tools or platforms that your company might be using. So don't be scared to raise your hand and speak up and say, you know what? I'd love to use these new tools or platforms, but I just don't know how to use them. So it's okay to ask for help and to get training on these different types of platforms. Athena and I hope you enjoyed that. If you want more content like that, check out futureofworkpodcast.com. And do me a favor, please review the podcast on Apple Podcasts or whatever your preferred channel is. Thank you very much.